All right, let's dive straight into Nehemiah chapter 6 today.
Sounds good. It's a really intense chapter.
Yeah, so the context is the wall around Jerusalem is almost finished. A huge undertaking, nearly there.
Almost. The structure's up, no more gaps, which is amazing, but crucially, the doors aren't on the gates yet.
Right, that final step.
Yeah.
And the opposition, they haven't given up.
Not at all. Sanballat, Tobiah, Geshem, the Arab, they see the physical work is almost complete, so their tactics have to shift.
They hear the walls rebuilt, like you said, no breaches. But those gates,
Exactly. Still an opening, still a chance maybe to derail things. So what do they do first?
they send messages, right? Repeated.
4 times, the same message. Come down, let's meet in one of the villages on the plain of Ono.
Sounds innocent enough, little meeting.
Well, the text is clear. They were scheming to harm him, get him off site, onto their turf. A trap, basically.
And Nehemiah's response, pretty classic Nehemiah's.
Oh, yeah. Super direct. He just says, I'm doing a great work, a great project. I can't come down.
Why should the work stop while I leave it? Love that focus. He sees right through the distraction.
Absolutely. Focus is key. But they don't stop there. That was 4 times.
So the 5th time, they change it up.
They do. Sanballat sends another message, but this time, get this, it's an unsealed letter.
Ooh, okay. An open letter. That's not subtle.
Not at all. It's meant to be read by others, to spread doubt and fear, public pressure.
And the contents are pretty explosive, right? Accusations.
Yeah, big ones. It claims there are reports, supposedly confirmed by Geshem, that Nehemiah and the Jews are planning to rebel.
And that the wall itself is for this rebellion.
Exactly. And it gets personal claims. Nehemiah wants to be king, even that he's appointed prophets to declare it in Jerusalem.
Treason, basically. He's fabricating charges of treason. And the letter tries to force his hand, saying, this is going to reach the king, we should talk.
Right. Using the threat of reporting him to the emperor to, again, lure him into a meeting where they can deal with him, it's intimidation.
So how does Nehemiah handle this level of attack?
Again, incredibly direct. He doesn't even bother refuting the specific points. He just sends back, nothing like what you are saying is happening. You are just making it up out of your head.
Just dismisses it entirely, calls it fiction.
Totally. He sees the real goal, which the text tells us was to frighten them.
Right, to make their hands get too weak for the work, so they just give up. Fear is a weapon.
Precisely. And Nehemiah's response to that fear tactic, it's not some complex counter scheme.
It's prayer, isn't it?
Yes. Simple, direct prayer. Now strengthen my hands. Asking God for the resilience to keep going.
But the pressure keeps coming. And from unexpected directions, too.
Yeah, this next one is subtle. A guy named Shemaiah, who's apparently shut in at home, maybe self-quarantined or something.
Okay.
He tells Nehemiah, look, people are coming to kill you tonight. We need to hide.
Hide where?
Inside the temple. He suggests they go into the holy place and lock the doors for safety.
Whoa, wait, Nehemiah wasn't a priest, right? He couldn't just go into the temple like that.
Exactly. That's the trap. It looks like concern, like spiritual guidance, but it's designed to make Nehemiah sin by unlawfully entering the temple.
So they could discredit him. If he ran scared and broke God's law to save his skin, his leadership would be finished.
You got it. Using fear and piety, twisted piety, to lure him into a reputation-destroying mistake, Nehemiah realized that Shemaiah was hired by Tobiah and Sanballat.
Man, these guys are relentless. How does he respond this time?
He refuses point blank. Should a man like me run away? Or should one like me go into the temple to save his life? I will not go. And again, he prays.
Asking God to remember what Tobiah and Sanballat and even this prophetess Noadiah and others were trying to do, calling out the intimidation.
Yep. And despite all this, the invitations, the public lies, the assassination threats, the fake spiritual advice.
The wall gets finished.
In just 52 days. Incredible speed, especially under that pressure.
52 days. What was the reaction from the surrounding nations?
They were afraid. The text says they lost their self-confidence. Why? Because they recognized this wasn't just human effort.
They saw God's hand in it. Done with the help of our God.
Exactly. But there's one more layer here, kind of complicates things.
Which is?
The opposition wasn't just out there. There was an internal element, too.
You mean within Judah itself?
Yeah. Many of the nobles of Judah were actually corresponding with Tobiah.
What? Why would they be talking to the enemy?
It came down to family ties and, well, oaths. Tobiah had married into a prominent Judean family, Shechaniah's daughter, and his son, Jehohanan, had married the daughter of Meshullam, another key figure.
Ah, so interlocking family alliances created these loyalties even to an adversary.
Right, so these nobles were feeding information back to Tobiah about Nehemiah, And Tobiah was still sending letters trying to intimidate Nehemiah, even using these internal channels.
Wow, so you've got external threats, public slander,
Hmm.
private traps, and internal compromise all happening at once.
It's a full court press. It really shows how opposition can come from everywhere when you're trying to do something significant, right? Distractions, attacks on your character, fear tactics, even tangled loyalties within your own side.
Yet, they finished the wall. So looking at Nehemiah, what stands out in how he handled all that?
I think a few things. Incredible focus on the main task, the great project. Sharp discernment, seeing through the lies and the traps immediately. Unshakable integrity, refusing to compromise or sin, even under threat.
And prayer, constant reliance on God for strength.
Absolutely. Focus, discernment, integrity, and prayer. That seems to be the pattern.
That's really powerful. It really makes you think, doesn't it? When you're facing obstacles and pursuing something important today, how do those same kinds of pressures, the distractions, the negativity, the fear, maybe even internal politics or tricky relationships show up? And could Nehemiah's approach offer a bit of a roadmap? Definitely something to mull over.